It's a beautiful morning in the nation's capital, and I welcome you to Good Morning Abuja. Yes, it's another beautiful Monday morning. Get up. What are you doing? It's time to go hustle to make money. And when you make money, what do? We save. Now, we've had a lot of talks about investment, and a lot of people have been swindled, hard earned money gone down the drain. What do you do to ensure that while you're sleeping, your money is working for you and that money will come back with its friends? I have a guest in the studio who will be enlightening us today on that topic, but you have to stay with us on Good Morning Abuja. And you know how we always start off. We start off with our motivational talk. I am Pamela Zamfara.
Dear woman, it is time for you to stop auditioning for approval in the wrong rooms when you have already been chosen to play a great role. It is time for you to skip your excuses like you skip art on YouTube. It is time for you to rise and stop limiting yourself and playing the role that was given to you by society. So you were told that your place is in the kitchen, but who told you that you have to limit it to the kitchen that is in the house? You can go to the kitchen of entrepreneurship and cook up global solutions to feed a hungry world. You can go to the kitchen of business and come up with great businesses that will feed the global economy. You can go to the kitchen of innovative ideas and come up with innovative things that will feed the world. Don't limit yourself. Who told you you were made to be less? You are not just another gender. Inside of you is great agendas that will benefit the world. So it's time for you to rise, dear woman. It's time for you to rewrite the script you were given. It's time for you that you were made for more than just bone straight hair. Inside of you are ideas that can make the world go straight ahead into better places. So it's time for you to rise. Rise because the world is waiting for you.
Motivational talk there gone by. Thank you so much for motivating us this morning. Now let's go get some exercise done. Many thanks for staying with us on Good Morning Abuja. Exercise there gone by. Yes, we'll now watch a feature on digital economy. We all know that everything now is digital, but how prepared are we for the digital economy we've been talking about and yearning for? Let's see this feature.
Digital economy is evolving worldwide at an exponential pace and driving growth in key industries such as finance, education, and entertainment. A digital economy has significant competitiveness and productivity-boosting opportunities that help optimize processes and production, reduce transaction loss, and transform supply chains. To accelerate growth and modernize the Nigerian economy, Nigeria is developing a digital-led growth strategy tagged the Smart Nigeria Digital Economy Project.
Before now, the economy has been conventional, but with digitalization of the economy, so many things has really improved, like e-commerce. So many people are selling things online from social media, and then on the internet, places like Jumia and OLX and the rest of them. So people now sit back in their house, market their product and services, then get paid. So it has really opened the economy, especially for those who are unemployed. Even those who are employed can take it as part-time employment. So it's really fantastic.
I think you're going to be a very good MD, ma.
My father is still very much alive.
A sector showcasing a large boost in this area is the entertainment industry.
Her father's daughter.
Nigeria's entertainment industry has become a very relevant piece of the country's economic puzzle, given its impact on changing the country's global image through its aggressive social media campaigns, growing smartphone and internet penetration. Nigerian musicians and actors have also been smiling to the banks, having experienced a boom in digital sales, downloads and online streaming. Nollywood, which is currently the third largest in the world after Hollywood and Bollywood, has internet access revenue accounting for 89.6% of this growth.
It has actually assisted those in the area of entertainment industry, because gone were the days when some of them come out with their own ideas and possibly shoot some films, and it will end up there. Some people at the downtrodden might not even have access to it. But because some of us, even without television today, they have their phones, they can easily watch it. And I think it is fastly spreading their news and their informations.
Before now, they used the manual method, but the digitalizing of that sector has really helped the editing and other processes of the musical activities.
Actually, it really helped the entertainment industry a lot. It actually promotes our artists, both local and international. So I think it really helped them a lot.
This digital age has also allowed musicians and filmmakers, through the use of various digital marketing platforms like a website, video sharing and social media interactions, to promote movies, musical videos and skits. Comedians and bloggers are not left out, with the hilarious Emanuela coming to limelight through our internet comedy skits. Nigerians are already consuming more videos on mobile devices than on television, implying that, as the biggest economy in Africa, having one of the largest population of young people in the world, Nigeria is well positioned to develop a strong digital economy which would have transformational impact on the country's entertainment industry.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike!
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
feature there on digital economy. Very interesting feature, I tell you, and educating. Now let's go on a short break. When we come back, our conversation for the day starts, and I'll get to introduce my guests in the studio here. So go nowhere. Stay with us on NTA Channel 5 Abuja.
For us to say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host, the most Omar with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olaniposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Watching my mom actually help people feed their spirit, their mind, their body, their soul taught me that food is not just about consumption.
Well, the program is ladylike, and it's that time again where you get wowed with our presentation.
Welcome back from that break. If you're just joining us, it's Good Morning Abuja. And before that break, I did promise that after the break, I was going to unveil my guests. So yeah, here is the unveiling. I'm in the studio with the Chief Investment Officer, Coinage Capital Limited. And what are we going to be talking about? Government-approved investment opportunities in Nigeria. If you remember, few years back, you would hear people cry. I know some people leave the stories of people who died because their life savings were just wiped away before they could know it. They had no trace to it. So what is the right place to invest? My guest, Mr. Paul Owolabi, is here to tell us about all of that. And his name has Owo in it. So, you know, we're talking money matters. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Paul Owolabi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
My name is Paul Owolabi. Chief Investment Officer, Coinage Capital Manager. So as you also said, we'll be talking investments today. We cannot take it away that a whole lot of people have been swindled. A whole lot of people had collapsed, so to speak, because of wrong investment. And it cannot be overemphasized. All around the country, we're in times where people work so hard, and imagine working so hard
and you don't see
what you work for, or you do wrong, you make some wrong moves. So yeah, we'll be talking the right channels, right, majorly to put your investments. The government has made it easy, has made it easy that you can go on websites, you can go on government websites and check and see investments that you can do.
Okay.
Yeah, family and friends can come and meet you and say, hey, there's something we are doing here. I saw it here. You can verify.
But before all of that, I would like to ask you, when we talk about government approved investments, explain to us what those are.
Thank you very much. So yes, government approved investment, just like the name sounds, government approved, something that government's hands is in. And we all know that whatever the government is sovereign, government is the highest body in the country. So whatever government approves, you can be sure that it's safe, right? So investment, when we talk about government approved investment, we have the likes of treasury bills, government bonds, commercial papers, and all the like. So yes, and government doesn't approve investment. Whatever investment they approve, they try to list it down on various websites so that people can verify. If someone says, okay, do this, is a government regulated instrument, there are channels you can go and say, okay, hey, let me check. Let me see if this is there. Let me see if this is not there. And trust me, if it's not there, you should run. You should be worried. So you should leave those kind of investments. So yes, we keep sensitizing the community, the Nigeria at large, that hey, look before you leap. Wherever, yes, investment is good, return on investments, take some money.
But we should look before we leap. Thank you so much for that insight. Now, moving on, why is it important for Nigerians to invest in only government approved places?
Thank you very much. We all know, as I said earlier, government is sovereign. Government is the highest body. That you know that whatever you are doing with the government, right? Whatever right thing you are doing with the government, you can always be sure that it's safe, right? So yeah, the Ponzi scheme, we know the times of MMM that came out, and there are a little one out there. You know that those ones, people just come and say, okay, hey, I can do this, I can do that. They tell you, they promise people kind of returns, unrealistic returns. Give me 1 million, I'll give you 40%, I'll give you 50%. And those things, to be honest, they are unrealistic and all that. So yes, that's where the government approved investments come to play. Don't be too greedy. Yeah, don't be a money doubler, right? You want your money to grow. In that same vein, go and ask questions. Go to government institutions. We're in Abuja. We have the headquarters of all these places here. You can walk up to SEC office and ask questions if you are not clear. You can walk to CBN and ask questions if you are not clear. Pencom and the likes and all that. So if you do investments where you just see online, I think you should double check, because the chances that you will lose your money, you lose your principal, and even the interest that was promised is very high. So I would encourage that government approved investments are still the safest. And again, government has given private institutions license to run these investments too. So the likes, as I said earlier, the government bonds, treasury bills, bonds, commercial papers, government has said, okay, fund managers, take a license. SEC has said, take a license. Do this thing on my behalf, right? And it's part of building institutions, private institutions. Do this thing on my behalf. But whatever you do, let me see it first, so that I'll be sure that I will give you approval before you do it. So even what private guys do, the private institutions do, the likes of Coinage, Stanbic, ARM, and those like, what they do is always taken back to the government. And the government, if government doesn't approve it, they are not good to go. So yes, all of these things, I think citizens should always check, double check, ask questions and all of that. And yes, sensitization is happening in society these days. You see billboards of investments and all of that. Even you see those billboards, I think you should still ask questions.
So you've told us what government approved places, opportunities there are, and you've told us how to know which is government approved.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to ask, what are the risks of investing in unregistered or fraudulent schemes?
Yep, the risks are not far-fetched. You lose your money. The tendency you lose your money is very high, right? You can't sleep at night. You'll be worried. I think the reason, what makes people go to those things, as I said earlier, greed, right? And when someone is looking for too much return, we are in a system where our MPR is 26.5%, right? Okay. If you look at it and somebody says, okay, hey, that's interest rate. If you look at it, somebody promises you 40%. What does he want to do and to give you 40%?
40%.
It's unrealistic.
Right.
So you see the boundaries, 26.5, 40%. How do you want to do it? So yes, in scenarios like that, people that want too much gains, too much returns. Yeah, returns is good. Too much returns, that's what they fall into. So if you want too much returns, right? If you want, we have instruments that are variable income instruments. We have fixed income instruments. So I'll give you the difference. The difference, variable income is like the StockX stock. When you buy equities, when you buy GT Bank stock. Some people have GT Bank, they bought it 10 naira. Today, GT Bank is over 100 naira. That's more than 100% return, right? Those are government approved, right? But those are variable income because the terms and conditions are there that sometimes it might go down. If it goes down, hope you are ready for it. If it goes up, you enjoy whatever it is. So it all depends on the appetite. So yes, if you come to Coinage, my institution, my organization, will ask you what's your risk appetite, what's your strength when it comes to investments. Are you, when things are going down, are you the type to have an heart attack? Yes or no? If you say yes, we say okay, go and do the fixed kind of investment that what is promised at the start is what you get.
Is what you get.
But if you say you have that strength, there's some very strong risk guys that can take some risk. People that have the latitude to go for so long, right? You go to this exchange, even when it goes down, you know that it will later come up. So we have different categories of it. So in all of these things, right, the main thing is know your strengths, go for the government regulated ones. And trust me, as I said earlier, if you go on SEC websites, you would see it. If you go on a CBN website, you would see it. The ones that are banned, the ones that are on hold, the ones that have been suspended, you would see everything.
You would see everything.
So it's important people go to these places and check before they embark.
Okay, so I'm a greenhorn and I'm watching Mr. Paul Owolabi talk about investments, and I truly want to invest, but I do not know how to even begin. What would you say to that person?
I'll say, what's your interest, first of all? Are you investment motivated? Because trust me, not everybody can do investment. You can talk. I have marketers that go out.
I was thinking everybody who has money can actually do investments, but you're saying a different thing.
Some people are tied to their monies, right? They rather want to keep it in the bank and look at their bank app every day.
I'm like, oh,
and be sure it's there. They prefer that, right? They don't want the money to go anywhere. That's how some people are. Some people are the type that once money comes to their accounts, they just move it to investments. I have people of those categories, different categories. So the first off is don't be forced to do investment. They shouldn't force you. Is it what's your motive? Do you want to grow yourself? Do you want to grow your funds? Do you want to have a disciplined habit with money and all of those things? So if someone that does it at self-will, right? You'll see that you don't even need to talk much. Hey, they will be the one to call you. Right? They will want to call you and say, hey, money has come and take it. The ones that don't, there's nothing you say. They don't.
Like, so, let the money rest
there. Yeah, we know those categories and we don't try to force it. We don't push it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it has to come from within.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So after everything you've said, and okay, I want to invest, and you've told me how to go about it as a greenhorn. But a lot of people have made mistakes when investing. What common mistakes do people make, and how can they, avoid these mistakes?
One of the most common mistakes is high returns, right? Hey, I'll give you 50%. I'll give you 40%, right? Everybody likes it. If I have $1 million, somebody's promising 30%. 30% is 300,000 naira, 6 months. It's good, right? It's good on the face of it, but it's not realistic, right? So if you look at it, you juxtapose it with what's obtainable. I just give you an instance. All the investment houses in Nigeria, all from start to finish, they benchmark it with the interest rate that is in the country. We're in an interest rate level of 26.5, as I said earlier. Inflation rate is about 15.9%, thereabout. There's no way, right? If somebody promises you those kind of things, just don't do it. Even though it might work for somebody, but just don't do it to stay on the safe side, right? You want to do these things. You want to do these things. Be contented, right? Don't. Even though you look at 30% own, right, and you go to CBN website, and it's there, do it.
Okay.
And you go to SEC website, do it.
Okay.
Approved. You see it approved, do it. Right.
Okay.
But I think in scenarios like that, government investment will not give you those rates.
Okay.
It's probably the private guys that gives you those rates. And why are private guys giving you those rates? You have to compensate investors for taking that risk to come to a private individual. Private individual are in hierarchies. Dangote is a more trustworthy person. I am less trustworthy than Dangote because I don't have the money Dangote has, right? So you see the hierarchy. Somebody would rather take his money to a Dangote because no Dangote has the money to pay back. Somebody else, another private person, this one can go bankrupt. Savannah Bank some years back went bankrupt, right? So these things happen. Okay. So in the private institutions, investing with private approved institutions, again, they compensate you a little bit because you are taking that risk. So I would say across board, right? The main thing investors has to just check is it approved? And if it's approved, what's my risk appetite?
Okay.
If I have money I'm not using for 1 year, then there's no need to hurry. If I have money I'm not using for 6 months, then there's no need to be looking for 200%. Just take it easy.
And then you get there.
And you get there.
You and I are in the studios of NTA Channel 5 doing this is a financial literacy to people out there. But not everybody will get to watch us.
Absolutely.
How do you reach out to such people? The market woman who early this morning is at her marketplace, Okada riders, students in schools. Absolutely. How do you reach out to them to give them this financial literacy?
Yeah, at Coinage, my place, we have different categories of investors. We have the retail investors, we have the institutional investors, we have the HNIs, the high network guys, and we all know where they are. The retail guys, the market, just like you said, the markets, churches, small places, and all of that. We have marketers that goes to these places. We have marketers that go to NYSC camp when there's camp. Okay, you're just graduating from school, have that knowledge. To have that knowledge of doing these things. Take it as a habit to do these things. We have marketers that have to travel out of the country to meet the diaspora kind of investors. That's it. You're in diaspora, you're a Nigerian. At the end of the day, when you're older, 60 years old, you're going to want to come back, you're going to want to retire here, and all of those things. You have marketers that travel, go that far. Institutions, the likes of corporates, the likes of all these corporates, pension houses, DBN, big corporates, basically we have investors that go there, marketers that go there, tell them about investment. So we have all the categories of investors that we have noted. We have marketers, wealth advisors that go to these places and sensitize people about it. We have billboards.
Okay.
Billboards around the town, Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt.
All these are forms of financial literacy. Okay. So we'll hold it there and go on a short break. While on this break, we're going to watch a feature on microfinance banking in Nigeria, a form of investment opportunity. Let's see the feature and then we're back to the studio.
This is Call the Police.
Live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja.
The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern.
To those who seek to disrupt the tranquility of the FCT, I send a clear and resolute message. My tenure will be marked by a zero-tolerance approach to all forms of crimes and criminality.
When there's a court order that restricts them to Musho Abiola Stadium, they ought to have obeyed that law. But because the FCT Police Command were prepared, we were proactive, we were able to manage within the ambit of the law.
Security is everyone's business. This is why NTA Channel 5 Abuja is collaborating with the FCT Police Command in providing a weekly platform for up-to-date security check in the FCT. Join us for the real information every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station.
Starting an enterprise in Nigeria today requires a combination of hard work, time, and most especially accessible capital. That is why funding opportunities for public and private institutions have been made available by microfinance banks and philanthropic institutions. But are these funds easily accessible?
I have an idea. I have my model canvas. I have my value proposition. I have my unique selling points. I'm ready to start a business. I walk into the bank and I tell the bank, this is my idea. This is my plan. This is my 5-year financials. Can you fund me? The bank will ask you to open an account and you have to save or use the account for 6 months. And after using the account for 6 months, what you get to do is they calculate your turnover for that 6 months and they divide it by some sort of amount, and they give you an access to a funding. The access to funding they give you from the bank is money that they have made from you. So if we're talking about seed capital or seed funding, it's very, very difficult in this country. Tony Elumelu is doing a lot, but that can't take Nigeria from where it is to where it's supposed to be.
What we do is I will ask the customer that wants a loan to actually give us like a 6 months cash flow and bank statement. And of course, if he's a startup that has not done anything, he will not qualify. Because of that, what we do for startups may not be the funding aspect of giving them money, but we intervene in several ways. Because the policy said economically active individuals, small, medium enterprises. And in the microfinance sector, we're very conscious of the fact that when you give out a loan, that loan should actually come back. So in the microfinance banks, we don't necessarily pressure people to go get feasibility studies because it's part of our evaluation. If a customer gets a loan, maybe 1 week after, you need to be sure that the goods he wanted to buy, he has bought them. Once the customer pays well, he has the ability to now borrow again. And when he borrows, the loan is increased. So you find that a customer that you get 50,000 this time, he pays back very well. You're giving him 75,000. He pays, before you know what's happening, the same customer that started with 50,000 is start talking of millions.
Most SME in Nigeria today are not structured. They don't have a good structure in place. Accounting system is poor. Accounting and financial knowledge is too low. And probably because they don't have that capacity to employ a competent professionals who will not help them to manage the business or guide them right about it. So I think there are a lot that really need to be done. Not that the finances are there. It's just the system on how people really need to assess that we have. And also, I'm not sure the public are well enlightened about some specific interventions that CBNs have actually rolled out year in, year out.
With over 115 branches all over Nigeria, the Nigerian Incentive-Based Risk-Sharing System for Agricultural Lending, NISAL, is committed to delivering exceptional financial services to all parts of the country. Are the beneficiaries utilizing these facilities? How is the process being monitored?
I remember when NISAL was giving funding, like it was more like an angel funding. It was more like a grant, and there was a moratorium to anyways for 2 to 3 years. And during the pandemic here, and a lot of people I knew, they refused to pay. Microfinance banks, the perspective I think they are playing small in the big market. Many a times, most of these parastatals, they give funds without enhanced due diligence. no proper documentation. I take Wuse Market as an example. Give this one 200, give this one 200, give this one 200, give the next one 200,000. They can't run away with your 200,000. You're only augmenting their working capital. You're not giving them money to start the business. They are already in the business. They are the tomato seller. They know that if they used to purchase 5 bags and they see 200,000, they'll be able to purchase 10 bags. If 5 bags give them a profit of 50,000, 10 bags should be able to give them a profit of 100,000. From that profit of 100,000, they pay back little by little. 2, 3, 4, 5 months.
People who, at the end of the day, they were able to have access to this finance, let's say from NISA. Some don't even have financial records. So how will your business be evaluated when you don't have a financial record? Some don't even have a sustainable business plan. How will I put my money when I don't even know what I want to do in the future? People will take money they use to finance their lifestyle.
Funding is one of the most critical issues when starting a new business. Hence, entrepreneurs need to be sensitive to its acquisition and remittance.
Welcome back from that break. Yes, a feature there on microfinance as a way of investment, because we've been talking investment with my guest, Mr. Paul Owolabi. All right, sir. We had spoken a lot about investment, actually. You know how they say our children are the next generation. So you want to teach them morals, you want to teach them values and all of that. But one thing I see that most parents forget to teach is financial literacy. I'm back to financial literacy again. At what age and how should we begin teaching our children about money, about investment?
Yeah, so fantastic for the kids. It's important. It should be an habit, right? Right from when they can tell that, okay, this is money, right? You know that a kid knows that a kid that knows money, when he sees it, he says, okay, hey, help me buy something, help me buy sweet biscuits and all of that. So yes, in scenarios like that, what people try to do is go the local way, with this what do you call it now, kolo kind of a thing. You say, hey, I'll drop it here by your bedside. Whoever gives you money, you just keep some here.
Yes.
And you take some and buy it. It should be a habit. And with that, the kid grows and say, okay, hey, that time, this is what I will do. Even some older people still do those things and all that. So for kids, it's important that they give you 1,000 naira. Maybe it was given to you as a gift. Just say, okay, hey, split it into 2. You drop this here and use this to buy biscuits and all of that. And while I was going to their kid accounts, we have kid investments that are all around the places and all of that. So we run kids investments where we try to tell the kids, okay, hey, this is what I've been doing. When the kids is 18, you cannot have access to it until they are 18. When they are 18, they'll be like, okay, this is what mommy and daddy has been doing for you all this while. Even at 18, they can have it in there. Oh, wow, this is a lot of effort, all right, and all of that. You make them know. When they get to 18, even before then, you say, oh, this is what I'm doing for you. But some children try to misinterpret, hey, that is keeping money for me somewhere, I'll blow it at the end of the day and all of that. But yes, we try to make them see the habits that, okay, saving is important.
That's good.
You don't eat with the 2 hands, you leave some aside for the raining days.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your advice to someone who has never saved? Because you actually spoke about a category of people that would rather put it in their bank accounts and, each morning look at it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm comfortable,
Yeah, someone that's never saved, you better have a cash flow that would keep coming for life, right? Some people are that lucky, right? That they don't need to save. That's the truth. That's the reality of these things. And maybe rich kids, the likes of all these guys and all of that. But if you don't have that backing, if you know that when I get to some kind of age, I'm not going to be able to do what I can do. It's my savings that will help me. It's my savings that you had better save, right? But people that might not save, you have the cash flow. And what I mean by the cash flow is you know that you have something that would forever keep coming. And even the thing that will keep coming, at whatever age, is something you must have done earlier, right? Even the billionaires we have, right? It's investment they did today. They did, in the past, that is still running from them up to now. An example is the Dangote refinery. Dangote didn't just wake up 2022 or 2023 that he wants to build a refinery. If you look at the story, he has been planning towards it for a very long. And the plan is money at the end of the day. If you read or tell the last book too, talking about when it went from the lows to the highs and all of those things, everything has to do with how you manage your cash flows, right?
Okay.
If you have the cash, what you do with it will count.
Will count. All right. So if there was this one thing you want us to remember about this session with you on financial literacy, where to keep our money so that it grows, what would it be? That's in closing.
Yeah, I would say plan your finance smartly, right? Money is like a visitor, so they say in the Yoruba land. It comes and it goes. That person had money before and all of those things. You don't want to be caught of that angle. So plan your finances. Even people that work today, you get to some age, they retire, you see them. This is not the person that was
probably a director, exactly, a big person in government.
We see these things every day. We try to encourage. We thank God for retirement savings account, the pension account. But how much can a pension account give you, right? You see somebody at the end of, sometimes I even get worried. I see somebody, civil servants, that at the end of the day, 35 years, you have 10 million, you save 10 million all your life. The government, when they are going to pay you those monies, it cannot pay you more than 100K.
So we should all save for the rainy days. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul Owolabi, for coming on Good Morning Abuja. We've been thoroughly educated on where to invest, where to put our money so that our money comes back with friends, brothers, sisters, and relations, All right, so we'll go on a musical break away from all this talking. We'll go on a musical break to just step it down.
Morning magic sets the pace. Morning magic, that's my routine. Starting my day like a queen. Grateful heart, abundant mind. Good things coming on my line. Magic, I create. Manifesting my own fate. Today is mine, I claim it now. Morning magic, this is my vow. I speak affirmations in the mirror. My vision for today gets clearer. I thank the universe for what's mine. Before I even cross the finish line, I choose peace over stress today. I choose abundance over delay. I fill my cup before I pour. Morning magic gives me more. I listen to the songs that lift me high. Millionaire music, my morning vibe. I program my mind for success. Before I even get dressed, I don't check my phone, I check my soul. I don't scroll, I take control. I speak to myself with love and grace. Morning magic sets the pace. Morning magic, that's my routine. Starting my day like a queen. Grateful heart, abundant mind. Good things coming, I'm aligned. Magic, I create. Manifesting my own fate. Today is mine, I claim it now. Morning magic, this is my vow. The first hour sets the whole day.
Okay, what is the plan? I have met all of your demands. Say you want to dance, you want all the money from my band. Oh yes, scatter the ground. Got the baddest baby in town. When they see me around, they just scatter the dance like clown. We have to go. We have to go. Oh yeah, that's it down. Like a this, like a that. All the girls they dance galala. All the students don't cause casala. For this dancing don't be shakara. Hey, honey, oh, like a this, like a that, like a this, like a that. To your hand, to the front, and your left, to the back. Skeleton, 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 skeleton. Like a idiot. If you walk on your toe. All the girls they dance galala. All the students go for casala. For this dance you know the shakara. Oh yeah, like put your hand to the front, to the back.
Welcome back from all of that talking. We had a lot of talk, so we had to go on that musical break. Welcome back from the musical break. You know, I just saw my cameraman shaking and nodding his head, and oh, what a beautiful song that was. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, you know that when it's Monday, it's the day where we make money, right? Money making Monday. So we save also. Money saving tips up next. Money saving tips there. Well, I hope you picked a tip or two. Now, what would the weather look like? Are you wondering? I just know it's the rainy season, so the rains are here and they can just come at any time. Let's see what our weather outlook is. Weather there gone by, so now we know if we should move around with our umbrellas or not. I'd like to say thank you to our guests for coming because, yeah, this is the end of today's edition of Good Morning Abuja. I'd like to say thank you to Paul Owolabi for coming on Good Morning and telling us the right places, government-approved places to invest and allow our money grow. Thank you so much for coming. I'd like to say thank you to you also, our esteemed viewer, for staying till the end of Good Morning Abuja this morning until we come your way again. Next time, I remain Pamela Zamfara. Please stay with NTA Channel 5 Abuja as we have a lot of lovely programs curated specially for you. Have a lovely day.